Oh, welcome to another episode of Notoriously Opinionated. It's your man, Nate Goose the God, aka, and I got a whole bunch of AKAs, so we ain't really even got time to go into all that. Now, with me tonight, this is the author's episode of Notoriously Opinionated. So I had to reach out to a couple of my author partners, and they graciously agreed to be on Notoriously Opinionated tonight. So I would like to introduce my mentor, my man, brother Esau. How you doing, brother Esau?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Man, I am golden. I am golden. I also want to introduce my dude, my guy, my homeboy, Greg Wells. What's up, Mouse?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Man, I'm golden. My audience is golden. We gonna go ahead and get this in, man. First off, I wanna let everybody know, hey, check me out on all of these streaming platforms. Check Notoriously Opinionated out on YouTube. You can catch me here. You can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on Twitter every Monday and Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. So man, let's go ahead and go in. So everybody know me. You know where I'm about to go with this. So we're gonna start with Black History. We're gonna end with Black History, right? They gonna be, because that's gonna be the bookshelf of everything that we talking about, everything that we doing, right? So the other day I touched on something that y'all may want to comment on, which is so I'm an entrepreneur. All three of us are entrepreneurs. You know, we are all Black entrepreneurs. We all are starting our own business, getting our stuff done, doing things for ourselves, right? So as I was talking about this the other day, it led me to think about the Greenwood district in Tulsa, which is the Tulsa Race Massacre, right? uh, more widely known as Black Wall Street. What's up, cousin? How you doing, Ronnie K? So let's talk about Black Wall Street for a second. So, Black Wall Street was in, like I said, the Greenwood district, and it was an affluent Black community. So, give me some of y'all thoughts about how you believe, and keep in mind that even after that entire tragedy happened, and after that entire community was destroyed and taken down, how none of the business owners, how none of the families were reciprocated ever. Uh, Brother Esau, you got any thoughts about that? Being a Black entrepreneur.
Well, yeah, like every time, every time that any people, and I'm not gonna say just any people, but anytime Black people start doing something for themselves, that exceeds what everybody think they're supposed to do, people start getting nervous, start getting worried and stuff like that, which led to the attack. Under all the guys, it was just like a jealousy thing. Blacks doing something for themselves and wasn't asking nobody else to help them. And that's kind of like the situation that we find ourselves in today as entrepreneurs. You have an idea, you have a vision. I don't think we have, some of us have dreams, but most of us have visions. Visions you can bring to reality, dreams you can't. So you have a vision of where you want to get to, and you start moving towards it. And people start seeing you moving towards that vision, they're gonna get it, they're gonna try to get in your way. And like I told you before, I stand on a foundation of do for self, and the thing that we haven't been able to do collectively in this country since our sojourn here, except for a few minor incidents, we never be able to. We've been able to promote our visions, but we haven't really found the collective ability to defend our vision.
Right.
That's why. That's why Black Wall Street suffered the fate that it did. And it wasn't the only place. There's a lot of places that
Right.
the most notorious place. But
Right.
it was a lot of places where black people were doing for self, and white people just couldn't stand it, and found some way to blame the victim for their success so they could take it from them.
Hmm. The reason I mentioned Black Wall Street, like you said, it wasn't the only place, but it was the place where so they the history the historical foundation in Oklahoma called the Tulsa Race Massacre the worst act of racial violence to occur at one time in American history, right? So that's why I bring that up. Like it's the most notorious. It was not by far the only one. Greg, how you feel about that, bro? Like being a black author, black entrepreneur, black man that's really starting to do your thing, to have everything that you worked so hard for just destroyed for no reason other than the fact that you was black. You hear me, my dude? Can you hear me, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But your signal is super. I'm talking about your signal. That's what it is. Your signal is real low. I'm seeing it on my master screen that your signal is in the red. Yeah, hey T, yeah, that's brother Esau.
Who was that?
Uh Taylor.
Oh, okay. Peace, black man.
Hey Greg. Uh uh log out, then log back in and jump right in with the question. Your signal level might boost back up. Cause right now you froze. Yeah, T bro, you saw T he hit the show. He hit the show pretty much every week. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
anyway, so until the brother comes back, until we get the brother back, the signal for the brother back, uh here's what we're gonna do. Um you gotta go out. Once you go out and come back in, just hit the link, come right back in. So here's the thing. Being I know myself, being a black entrepreneur, and speaking of that, I want to hit this up real quick. Shameless plug, but it's my show, so I can do shameless plugs. So uh I got I got all Chiefs, well, 5 Chiefs, not all of them. I got 5 Chiefs coasters. So I got Mahomes, I got Tyreek, gotta rep the D line, you know what I'm saying? Chris Jones, the yards leader. We got Travis, and of course had to get the Honey Badger. So these are really solid coasters. They are very durable. Hit me up if you would like to purchase any of them. If you purchase today, I can have them to you by the Super Bowl. If you purchase today, I can have these to you by the Super Bowl. So you can buy one, or I give you a deal on the whole set, right? But these are gonna be collector's items. I'm telling you, really good quality, really good pieces. Now, that's me on my entrepreneur kick. I gotta promote what I got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now being an entrepreneur, being an author first was where you first came in, right? So you wrote a book. What was or what is the book about? No, what's the name of the book first of all? What's the name of your book?
The name of my book is After Conviction: What You Can Do Before a Lawyer is Appointed.
After conviction,
Yeah.
what you can do before a
Before
lawyer
a
is
lawyer is
appointed.
appointed. Right. There he is.
Right.
He brought it up.
There he is.
Can you hear me now?
So you went to another site. Yes, sir. And your oh yeah. Your signal's
All right.
green. Your
Yeah.
signal's all green.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you in there
You
now.
can hear me now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
not just hear you. We can see you in real time. Like you not
Yeah.
froze. You not nothing. Like you
Okay.
good. All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so here's what we gonna do. Uh, I want you to come in on this question. Then we're gonna go back so you can answer the previous questions, right? And give your
Okay.
take
Sound good.
on the things that we already covered. All right. So brother Esau, the name of your book is one more time.
After Conviction: What You Can Do Before a Lawyer is Appointed.
After conviction, what you can do before a lawyer is appointed. So they've already been through the legal process. They've
Right.
already been found guilty of whatever it is they've been found guilty of, and they're in prison.
Right.
Your book starts at that point.
At that, after the appeal and everything is gone, and you sitting there talking about, man, what am I gonna do now?
Right.
You pick this book up.
You pick that book up. So this
Right.
book can be utilized by people who are free but may have someone who is incarcerated, correct?
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. Again, another plug. So Scope KC is myself and my business partner Johnny Waller's non-for-profit. We work with ex-offenders. We work with guys that's fresh out the penitentiary, right? Or if you've been out of the penitentiary for a while now, right? And you're just needing assistance. You need some encouragement, some motivation, some mentoring, whatever it is that you need. So Scope KC has programs. Unfortunately, COVID has made it extremely difficult for us to actually do some of these programs that we do with adults, gang members, at-risk youth, not at-risk youth, all this, right? So people. So one of the things is there are over 2.5 million people in the United States that are touched by the criminal justice system in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, now that's not even including the web that goes to their families and whatnot. Uh, so that your book would be able to go to all of those tentacles of people that go beyond being incarcerated or even having a felony. Correct?
Well, wait a minute. You gotta like the book is it's a niche book.
Right.
Like like if how I explain it is like you go to trial, you look with your lawyer, you found guilty, you plead guilty, however that goes, you get sentenced, you go to prison, or you get probation and parole.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in custody. And you out, and after a while you start thinking, I'm getting all this, man, I was railroaded. Okay, well then this book says, okay, you can go back to the court and say, hey, you made a mistake. Like, but what can the only thing that helps us out is when we have the facts.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't make a decision that you got the right facts. And you might say all the facts wasn't there, or the facts was there, but you didn't follow the procedures properly.
Mm-hmm.
So I want another bite at the apple, and it's like it's not just for people that's in prison, but specifically for those in prison. But if you want to challenge your conviction after everything else been exhausted, there are procedures, post-conviction procedures that exist. And if you don't know they exist, you can't use them. But when you know they exist and you know how to use them, it greatens your chance of getting yourself back in court.
Okay. Okay. I guess what I was saying was it's not just the guys or ladies who are the ones who are actually going through that, but the book can also be purchased by loved ones who have someone in that situation.
Well, actually, those are people I have to like really like speak to,
Mm-hmm.
because at this point I'm not allowed. Nobody's really allowed to move around and go in and out of prison, so not able to do that. So if your loved one see that, okay, his book does exist,
Mm-hmm.
send it to my wife, my daughter, my
Exactly.
son, my husband in prison,
Right.
and let them look at it.
Right.
And they look at it and say, okay, huh, let me, and you take time to read it. It's written in simple language. I mean, it's written like we talk.
Right.
You take some of the mystique out of the legal jargon. It's like everyday language.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also like a roadmap of what books to use. I don't, it's the difference between this particular book and the books I've read and went through is that it's like a simplified step-by-step how-to.
Okay.
Trying to make nobody a lawyer, a lawyer, paralegal, none of that.
Right.
Just to make you a more informed client. So when you talk to the lawyer, you talk like you got some sense. Like, hey man, this is what happened. This is the timeline they use. Here's the time that I'm using. Here's the facts. Here's the information. Here's things that was done, things that wasn't done. What type of chance do we have going back to court? And then you can make the decision about what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, Greg, your book is it's in a whole nother genre. You know what I'm saying? Like your book is in a
Yeah.
whole nother genre, right?
Yeah.
So Nate, go ahead and say what the name of your book is and give us a summary of it.
Truth being told, why men cheat. I mean, you've had quite a few books written by various individuals on the topic. However, my book touches on some levels that a lot of books didn't touch. It's much different than any book you've ever read. And of course, it's not bashing men, it's not belittling women. It's gut punching, insightful, informative, entertaining, and it's written to enlighten and enhance relationships, not destroy them. So it's some tips in there that fellas will need to come to grips with if they want to be a better man in their relationships and in their marriages. And it's also tips in there for some women that would like to be better wives and better girlfriends and better understand the men that they're dealing with as well.
How does okay? So I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, right? So uh most guys that I know, most guys that I really vibe and rock with are all ex felons out of prison, right? And that's like my, that's my main that's the main demographic of cats that I associate with, right? So
Right?
and the things um that plague them uh tend to be uh unique in one fashion and not so uncommon in another. Are those things that your book could also go into, that somebody that's just out of prison and has been with a girl for say 5 6 years, they've been rocking with them, and now they out of prison and now things are just different? Are there things within your book that could that if either one would read, if the man or the woman would read, that they would get some clarity on kind of what's going on with the other one.
I like how you asked that question, and to give you a forthright answer, I've got some couples, married couples, and people just in relationships that read the book together, and that's a great tone for guys fresh out of the system in relationships, women trying to learn her man, know her man, and better her man, and a woman seeing the direction he's going and trying to get him to go a different way. It's a good book for them to read together. And currently working on part two, and part two is going to go a lot deeper than one. But part one is definitely a good read for couples to read together. I mean, if they want like some guidance, and just to be honest, I come from that background that you're speaking of. So who better to tell you than somebody who done walked in your shoes? I
Exactly.
come from that
Right.
background. I had to
True
grow.
that.
What's up, brother Esau?
I ain't nothing
I come
about.
from that background. I had to grow. I had to learn. I had to become the person that I am today. So why not share what you learned with someone else coming from where you came from?
Now, I'm gonna tell you, brother, something about both of y'all books that I appreciate, like on a personal level. Number one, uh, you have both of you have in regards to both of your books individually, you both have uh, and expressed interest in the topic because you've experienced the topic. Like you've lived through these things that you wrote the book about. You know what I'm saying? And so they say you got to either write what you know or write what you love. And if you got a way to combine both, something that you love and something that you experienced in, that's it. For example, myself, if I have anger management issues, I don't want to hear from a Buddhist monk that does not and has not ever had anger issues try to tell me how to get rid of my anger issues. Another example, if you are a drug addict, you don't want to hear from me because I didn't take drugs. So I don't know how to guide you on that road. If you got anger issues, I'm the cat that you want to talk to because I used to have serious anger issues and overcame them. So anger issues, I'm your man. Uh, Drug issues, you might not want to listen to me, and I'm not gonna say a lot, but the two of you have actual experience in the things that you wrote about, which is another reason why people will want to buy your books. You have experience. My question to both of you now is, and first off, before we get to that, I want to shout out everybody that's been hitting up the comments. T, what's up, man? Ronnie K, what's up? The homie Blue, Duck, what's up, child? Um, now and I've been an author too. I've written poems, I've written stories, I've written all kind of stuff too. Uh, However, I have not gone that extra step that you two have and gotten my stuff published. Now, what are some of the things that you've experienced in the creation process, in the writing process, in taking idea, creativity, and putting it and expressing it on paper? How did you overcome the obstacles that oftentimes come with the writing process? Greg, I'm start with you.
I mean, I started out writing music, and in the art of writing music, you're basically telling stories. Then I went from writing music to writing stage plays to writing movies. I've written a couple of movies for a couple of guys. And I said, you know what? I'm writing music for other people. I'm writing stage plays for other people. I'm writing movies for other people. So let me take the time to write something coming from me and begin my own path as a writer. So that's what embarked me on the journey of writing my first book. And I've got a couple other books already, but I'm going to go in the order that I want them released. And I've got some stage plays that I'm gonna have a cast and take it on tour when the pandemic opens back. Excuse me, when the pandemic is over and the world opens back up. And I got a couple of movies too, so I'm busy with that writing. I'm
Now
busy
that's
with
what's
that
up.
writing.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now on your kick, uh, another shameless plug. I ain't even ashamed about it. Here's the thing. So Breakout Media Group, uh, I do videography, I do photography. I'm shooting a music video this weekend. So if you need any sort of videography, cinematography done, I'll let you man.
You got that, homie. We're gonna touch base.
Dig that. Brother
Yeah.
Esau, same question. So what were some of the obstacles that you faced from creation to idea to actual publication?
Well, basically, keep it real simple. Like I had a heck of a motivation to learn what I learned.
I bet you did.
I had a heck of a motivation. you know, real talk, man.
Think, I
Like
think we was all heavily motivated.
yeah, and
Man.
like and so like instead of just being, just being angry, and walking around, with my head down, I said, man, this, like I've been fighting all this time. Like it ain't over. It ain't over till I stop swinging. So I just started reading, and one of the things I did when I read was I took notes. I still do that. You remember I used to always carry pencil and paper around all the time.
Always.
People carry pencil
Mm-hmm.
all the time. So if you get a thought, you can write it down. So that's how I started. And every time I would do something, hit my head up against the wall or run against the wall or something like that, I write it down. Okay, can't do this, you can't do that. Then it caused me to have to read a lot more. And as I read, and I read, I can't go into all the stuff I read, but I read a whole bunch of stuff. And, other post-convictional pamphlets, books that came out, like the Prison Litigation Manual, after conviction, prison book. But most of them dealt with, civil stuff like filing suits against guards and all that. Not, I wasn't with all that. I'm talking about like my whole life my life was at stake, and I hadn't planned on giving it up like that. So when I kept reading it, kept reading it, kept reading, I said, okay, I'm getting it. I'm seeing myself coming up. I said, but it ain't gonna do me no good though, because when God give you something, it ain't for you. It's for you to share. So once I figured that out, and I ain't gonna say when I did, but once I figured it out, I started taking my notes and putting them into a format, a plan, And after I did that, I took it around. I let certain people, I said, hey man, check out what you think. They said, oh yeah, but you know, when you talk about habeas corpus, what that mean? When you talk about this, what that mean? What that legal term? So I had to break that down and wrote the book in chronological, colloquial language, like me and you talk.
Mm-hmm.
What county you fall out of? What kind of case you had? Do you have a rap partner? You had to put it language like people know what you're talking about. And say, man, get this book, get that book, get this book, go in the library. And the thing that really like made me really write the book, you know, um, about information wise was when I got hip to West Publishing Company out of Minnesota. I read a lot of their books and I said, okay, nobody has touched on this in a comprehensive manner as how you can go and do research for yourself, because anybody can do it.
Right.
So then I just put the book together. I put it in progressive steps. I try to put it in a step like you do a plan. Figure out where you want to go, what you need to get there, pace yourself, and then challenge your theory.
So this is just facts between you and Kamara. Y'all were the main two individuals that got me to always walk around carrying a pen, you know. So it was to take notes, and I forget which one of you two would say this one, but it was like a businessman always has a pen,
Hmm.
always. Businessman always has a pen. You may have to write something down, and you may have to jot it down within that moment. You don't have time to go back to wherever and remember to write this down. What if you forget? There may
Right.
be details. Always keep a pen. So now the only problem with always keeping a pen and everybody know that you always got a pen is everybody come and ask you for a pen when they
Right.
don't have a pen.
Right.
So until I got the game also from you that to direct other people to have their own pen
Right.
and not to come and always pester me for a pen because I got a pen. You need to be a businessman too and think like one like that also. So yeah, I know I influenced at least a couple of people. So here's an off the wall question that just came to my mind. If your book were to be renamed as a movie, what would be the name of that movie? Like if you could not really rebrand it, but if you could rename your book because you're gonna turn this book into a movie, what would the movie be called?
Mm. You got one, bro?
Be thinking.
Yeah, I would say like in self defense.
In self-defense.
Yeah, in self defense.
Okay. In self-defense.
Yeah.
Who gonna play you?
I don't think nobody want to walk in them shoes.
They acting though, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna need a real good actor to play you. Who gonna play you in the movie?
Oh man, I don't know. Whoever would take it, I guess.
Man, I don't know which one of y'all he would be good as. All right, Greg,
Talking
who
about
would you
these.
put? Both of you, who if you could rename your book to be a movie, what would be the name of the movie and who would play you in the movie?
He froze up again.
Yeah, Greg, you froze up again. There you go.
Yeah.
Moving around a little bit. You got a couple of boards.
I don't know. Maybe not self defense. On the come up, maybe. I don't know.
On the come up.
Yeah, because I was thinking about writing a book on the come up. It on a on a whole different, really on a mental basis how I look at life. But yeah, probably on the come up.
On the come up could definitely be a prison movie. That is for sure. Greg, can you hear me?
He froze up again. Looked like.
Let's see if I can take him out and get him back in.
Well, um,
You trying to come in a little bit?
Yeah.
Let me try it one more time. Yeah. You froze on us again, Yeah, that was probably the best thing. So we gonna try and get back in. Now here's the thing. Um, the whole what was your point and your purpose for writing the book? Like clearly you had something to say versus just being someone that had to say something. So being somebody that had something to say, what was your them was all green, bro. You got a good signal.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, you back with a strong signal. So what happened?
Well, yeah, getting while
Uh,
they here.
move. Okay. Yeah, you back. You all green too. So
Getting while they here.
yeah, for real. So what was your motivation for writing Why Men Cheat? Greg. Boy, last time my audience couldn't see you, this time they can't hear you. I don't know what we're gonna do with you. I don't know what we're gonna do with you, homie. Last time they loved what they heard, but was talking about, man, we couldn't see him. It was because he wasn't on the visual. Now they can see you, can't hear you. Got peanut butter, no jelly. Jelly, no bread.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, chime in whenever you whenever your signal come back. Or go out and come back in. Bro, Esau,
Yeah.
what was your motivation for writing the book?
Real talk, I want to do something to make my mom proud of me.
Ain't that everybody? Ain't that all of our
Yeah.
motivation?
I put in the book too, man. It was like a real, it was like a touching situation. I wanted to do something to make, I caused my mom a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. So I figured if I could do something to make her proud of me, that it ain't gonna make up for it, of course, but it's a step towards trying to do right. And like that's not like it's easy to say, but it's not an easy thing to do. So the whole thing was difficult, but like I say, man, when you have a mindset of doing something for yourself and being a fighter and not giving up, you take whatever means you can to keep swinging. You know,
Right.
so that's basically what it was about.
Now you hit on something so real right then. Uh and I'm gonna get to it here in a second. Greg, what was the motivation behind writing Why Men Cheat?
I can't see you.
You can't see us?
All right, what you say?
What was your motivation for
I
writing the
can see
book? What was your
you.
motivation for writing Why Men Cheat?
Well, my motive right deep was conversations that I had been having in my business, and we're trying to write a start publication business because everybody wants the book about my life. To come up with a title that would be and around the world.
Bro,
So
you cutting in and out super bad. And I don't know what is up with your signal, but you cutting out
share
super
the book
bad.
with
Like we probably
facts,
heard maybe 10 words you
not
said.
just some scribble scrabble. I mean, from back to put meat and potatoes in the book and give the people something to talk about, something to love, to I am. Uh oh. And it's crazy That's crazy.
Yeah, we probably heard about 15 words you said that
Can
whole
you hear me now?
time. Uh, like I'm slow to say yeah. Like we heard you say, "Can you hear me now?" But it's like it's not clear. You down to like one red bar. All right, we should be able to hear you now. Say something. Okay, maybe not. Bro, you might need to check the towers in your state. The the towers in your state suck. Your cell phone towers need some work. Is he froze on your screen too, bro? You saw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know when you can hear me, homie. Uh, so is it true that to be is it true from your perspective that to be a good writer, you got to be a good reader? Like, did you read? Like, what was some of the reference material that you read in order to uh, be able to write your book from the most educated and intellectual way possible while breaking it down for the masses to be able to grab a hold of it in layman terms?
Okay, like I read the books from West Publishing Company, which they do most of the legal publications around the country. I read books on. They have books on how to do how to shepherdize a
How to
case.
shepherdize?
Yeah, legal research in a nutshell. Uh, how to do form writing. How statutes are set up. You read the Constitution. I read the Constitution for the state of Kansas, and then you read the rules, civil rules and criminal rules of procedure. I read my case, other people's cases. I read famous cases. I read books about cases. One of the most notable ones that I'll mention is "The Defense Never Rests." It was written by.
Yeah,
That's
all
when he was
bars
one.
up on.
Y'all, he good? Are you up, bro?
Yeah, he good.
Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yep.
Oh yeah, let him go ahead, cause mine will work.
But now it's back then. It's fluctuating. Go ahead and go, bro.
That's crazy. They all green, but they keep going from green to yeah.
Yeah, it keep fluctuating. You going from green to yellow to red, and then back up to green. You know, uh,
I got several fellas in business with me, and 20 production. So all the guys in the business were pushing for me to write the story first. I was, yeah,
yeah, you cut out again. Boy, I swear my audience gonna be mad at me because last time they couldn't see you, now they can't hear you. They gonna be
I
like,
keep
man, what kind of producer are you? You can't you can't get two things that match. Hey, but I had a little dude today uh come and ask me a question about why he couldn't get Roblox on his Wi-Fi. I'm like, Do I look like
It's red.
what 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 do I look like? I don't have no control over the Wi-Fi. Yeah, we can hear you. Kind of you haven't moved for the last 2 minutes, but we can hear you.
We can do.
Try it again, bro. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, here's what we're gonna do. Um, you haven't figured out who's gonna play you in the movie, but we know that you read a lot of books that that led to you writing the book, right? Now, what would you tell? Uh, dig that. What would you tell to an up and coming
Hear
writer?
me
Not
now?
necessarily even a writer in your genre, right? But just a writer in general about the writing process, you know, uh, going from idea, going from idea creation to getting it on paper to getting it in
Yeah, I just
print.
sent you a
What would
message.
you
You hear me
tell
now?
a young author who's trying to write a book but is struggling?
Okay, like anybody, because this is something that process I developed. It's like anytime you want to do something, you got to figure out what it is you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and in figuring out what you want to do, you kind of get an idea of why you want to do
Right.
it, and then you should start gathering the information surrounding, and don't limit yourself. Stuff you agree with, stuff you don't agree with, stuff you understand, stuff you don't, stuff you have to research. You have to, get definitions to find out what you're reading. And once you get all that, then develop you a process. Like first thing I'm gonna talk about is this. Then I'm gonna talk about that. Then I'm gonna talk about this. Then I'm gonna talk about that, and get you kind of like a schedule or timeline of what you want to write about, and then start writing it. And pretty soon, if you are if you're motivated enough, if you are passionate enough about what you're writing, it'll kind of like write itself. It'll kind of like work out. And you can always be flexible, make adjustments when you have to. You can add stuff, you can take stuff out, But I think you first off you have to have an idea of where you want to go, and then it's very important you get the information that's going to help you get there. Then you kind of like outline the steps you want, and then take the steps. Do it. Do it. I wrote this book maybe 7 times, drafted 7 times until I got to a point where I figured like, okay, I can put this together because I look at the steps you go through. I look at the end results, and the end results is what I saw before. Not trying to make you a jailhouse lawyer, not trying to make you a paralegal, make you a lawyer. Just give you information, because the only way we're gonna fight injustice is we have knowledge. That's the only thing. Short of God's intervention, knowledge is our best defense against injustice. When we know better, we can make better decisions. And then take the steps. And do better. But if we don't know no better, we kind of like Jack right then.
You got to know better to do better. Now, so I know for me the most, I'm not gonna say difficult, but the longest part of the writing process for me was the edit. You know, which is the also kind of ironically the longest process in videography, and it's the edit. to actually get your thoughts down, get your ideas down on paper or in Word or whatever it is, whatever the medium is that you're using. Uh, that's not the hard part. Editing so that it comes out the way that you want it to come out tended to be the most difficult part for me. Greg, if you were talking to a young author, right, what would be some advice that you would give that young author to kind of shorten his learning curve to get from idea to publication, creation to publication? How is it that you be moving all the way till I ask you a question?
Yeah, I noticed that.
The
You
first thing
be,
into account would be the title of your book, because titles sell books. And once you get your title down, you start thinking about that's crazy. That is, but it's, like I say, we're gonna have to run it from the top.
yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to
We'll
do
give you
that.
fans.
Hey man, we just gonna do what we said we was gonna
And let
do.
them hear me.
Hey, we gonna do what we said we was gonna do,
All
homie.
right, brother. You got a mind,
You hear
man.
me? All right, we
If
just gonna do me and
you
you
end
me and you know what's up. Me and you know what's up. We just gonna do what we said we was gonna do. All right. Okay. So man, I now like I said, the crazy thing, I had Mouse was actually my very first guest on Notoriously Opinionated back last what was it? August, you know. So uh dig. So he was my very first guest on Notoriously Opinionated, but I didn't have visual then, right? So he was not on the show visually because of the format that I was using at the time. So I had him on audio. He was just on the phone, but I got a really good speaker. So I might not have had video, but I had really good audio, right? So he did the interview audibly, right? But my audience couldn't see him, you know. Great show, got a lot of views, right? This time they can see and can't hear him. That that is bananas. That is absolutely bananas. But I promise you, Facebook fans, YouTube fans, Twitter fans, I'm gonna make it up to you. Don't even trip. We are going to get a full Greg Wills soon. So, but until then, we will enjoy the presence and the company of Brother Esau. So, um, finally, the final thing about your book, right? Where can they find it? Where can they get it? How do they order it? Go.
Okay, like I try to keep things real simple. So I got a website called afterconvictionbook.com. One word. Afterconvictionbook.com. If you
Mm-hmm.
go there, it give you like, cause I do the book, I get the book printed up myself, and I put this wiring on it so it can go into maximum security prisons. You know, it's like that plastic wiring stuff.
Right.
So I also get a print on demand through Amazon. So people can order it online or they can order it from me, and I'll send the book to them.
Okay.
Book costs $25, and that pays for postage, handling, all that. Because I mean, it's not like I'm trying to uh, not gonna get rich with it, because I didn't look at it. What I learned, I didn't look at it as something that I did. I looked at it as a gift. And when you're given something, it's how you handle it. If you get more, so I just figured, I said, well, that'll cover the cost and the posting and handling of it. And I'll make a few dollars, but that's all it's gonna cost is $25.
Okay.
After,
Greg.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish. After conviction.
AfterConvictionBook.com.
AfterConvictionBook.com. Let me put that.
Yeah.
Let me put that in the chats, in the caption. And all right. So Greg, where can we find your book? And tell the people how they can find your book. And let me know if there's a website that I need to put up on the screen. You hear me on? Greg. This is crazy.
Talking to me?
Yeah, what's the how do the people get a hold
Talking.
of your book? That's really all I can do in this situation is just drop my head. It's like
I just sent you one of the link.
oh, did you? Oh, okay. You sent it to me. I need to be able to put it on the screen so the people can see it. And this is a lot. Amazon.com. Check it out. Here, oh yeah, it goes straight to it too. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send the link to my Facebook page, and then my audience can see it on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook from there. Um, so another last thing I want to ask y'all, are y'all doing like have y'all thought about doing like book signings to promote your book? Are you doing book signings? Are you gonna let people meet the author, talk to the author? Have you scheduled any speaking engagements to talk about your book?
During the COVID, I haven't.
Okay.
I more or less stay close to the house. Go out when necessary. Not, cause like, whatever's going on, I'm doing what I can, to take care of me. So I will be around, for later on, when things get better, more situated.
Mm-hmm. So I know you old, but like there's this new invention called the internet, and like how we not in the same room right now, but we still talking and stuff. You can do a virtual, like not necessarily book signing, but you could do like virtual, get to know the author type things. Okay, that part was serious. The part about
Yeah,
you
but
being the first
yeah,
part was
yeah,
just
I
kind
know.
of just lead in.
like
to the serious part.
that right there is above my pay grade right now. So I'm just gonna keep it honest, bro. I ain't that real, I ain't that comfortable with it yet.
We
But
might we
no,
might have to talk. We might have to talk off air about setting you up something, because I'm gonna tell you from experience that that's something that people will need. Like I had to take a whole paralegal course to learn probably everything that you put in the book for $25. Cost me hundreds of dollars to learn,
yeah,
or to pay somebody else to teach me. You know,
right,
so I know that that information is going to be crucial to somebody's life, right? And so it needs to be promoted, and so we could talk off the air about trying to figure something out to get you some promotion for the book. Um, you know, I know media is not your thing, but that's why you got me.
oh, okay, that
You
sounds
know, so like that is literally like breakout media group is what I do.
right.
So yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay.
All right, so you got anything else going on? Any new billboards that they putting up in the city about you? You know,
No, I didn't even like I told you before. I didn't even know they was up, and I people told me they seen them, and
yeah.
yeah, that was it's a
Greg,
blessing.
Greg, you got a billboard?
Yeah,
I don't got no billboard. You got a billboard?
yeah.
Really? I don't
Talking
know.
about a backdrop. Talking about a backdrop.
No, not a backdrop, a
You
billboard.
talking about a billboard up on the highway?
Yeah,
On the
on
highway?
the highway.
Oh, no, 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 not yet.
A
Not
billboard
yet.
on the
Not yet. Not yet.
highway. Like the man
I'm
had
on my way.
a billboard on
On
the,
my
I
way.
didn't believe it till I seen it. When I seen it, I'm like, how did this old dude get a billboard?
Who got?
He got a billboard.
No, man, that's a blessing, man. That wasn't nothing to do with that. I was, I just happened to be there when they took the.
So being
Congrat,
at
congratulations, all.
Well,
man
thank you,
without
brother. Appreciate
question.
it. Thank
So
you.
so so being at the
Congratulations.
right place at the right time and being blessed, blessed you with a $8,000 billboard. It costs 8 racks to
Yeah,
get a
well,
bill. Man, look, how you ain't got no money and got a billboard?
I told I just had to be
Very
there, and they took a picture.
expensive, depending on the location.
Man, I'm telling you, at least 8 racks.
Yeah.
Hey, so
You on your way.
Greg, give me a something on here. Just tell the people where they can find it. Just go ahead and tell them where they can find your book, and then I'll put the website in the chat. Oh my God, come on now,
He was just talking too.
just in the game like EA Sports.
You can find. You can, the devil is busy tonight. The devil is busy.
Hey, we gonna make it up to him though.
He won't win
We
though.
gonna we definitely gonna win. We gonna make it up to him. That's all we can do. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling people, for as long as I can remember,
Man.
when I set my mind to something, I don't have a plan B. My plan B is to complete plan A.
Right.
So that's it. If you, man, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap. Um, So you can catch these episodes of Notoriously Opinionated every Monday and Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. You can catch me on Facebook Live. You can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on Twitter, right? If you are feeling generous and would like to donate to the show, my cash tag is $DEX Media. Breakout Media Group is I do photography, I do videography, I do cinematography. If you are a rapper and need a video done, holla at your boy. If you are having a wedding and would like your wedding videotaped, holla at your boy. If you need pictures, if you are a model and want pictures taken, holla at your boy. If you are a real estate agent and would like a commercial done for your commercial business, for your real estate, if you need pictures done for a portfolio, holla at your boy, right? I'm gonna take care of you on all that, on every single medium that I've just mentioned. uh, but until then, I'm gonna still do these podcasts. Even during that, I'm gonna still do my podcast because this is what I love to do. Uh, Brother Esau, as always, it was a pleasure. You know,
Yeah, pleasure's all mine, bro.
we missed you at the AFC Championship game, though. You
Yeah.
know, you gonna what you gonna do for the Super Bowl?
I haven't decided if I'm getting out or not, but if I get out, I'll probably pick somebody, someplace to go.
Okay, okay.
You
So
know, probably where most of us will be at.
right,
In a,
right. Because if I'm gonna tell you what, I have one of two places that I'm going to go. I'm
mm,
going to go either about 20 feet that way to the living room, or
no.
or I'm gonna hang out with the fellas,
Yeah,
on a 75 inch, you know,
yeah.
and kick it. So, all right, before we leave out, wanna let everybody know again. I got these. I got all the main characters. I got I know a brother that got that has a shirt that says "Pick your poison" on it. As far as which chief you want to beat you, pick your poison. So y'all can pick your poison as to your drink coasters that you would like to get. I got Mahomes. You can pick your poison. Got Tyreek on defense. Got Chris Jones, sack master. I got the AFC leader in yards. The first time it has not been a wide receiver or a running back. The first time it's been a tight end that led the league in yards. Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. And I got that animal. I got that honey badger. You know, I got that honey badger. You know, so holla at your boy. You can get one for the individual price, or you can get all of them for a reduced fee for buying the bundle. Let me know what you want to do. I can give them to you by Super Bowl Sunday. But you got to get a hold. You got to hit me up. Hit me up in Messenger either tonight or sometime tomorrow, and I can get them to you by Sunday. We'll link and I'll get them to you. Don't even trip. Um, Again, brother Esau, as always, it's been a pleasure, my brother. I appreciate you. I love you, and it's always peace and blessings to you.
Yeah, same as you, bro. Same to you.
So until next time, it's been your man, Nagos to God, aka all of my other monikers, all of my other nicknames, and my one appellation. I only got one. My mom only named me one thing. So
Yeah.
so until then, my brother, I will see you later. And to all my fans, I thank you for tuning in to Notoriously
Salute, bro.
Opinionated. Tune in Monday, 8:30. Until then, check out my video when I post it. Peace.
I love, bro.
Love. We out.